Hey everyone, Carla here from Documenting the Journey. I am here today with a planner review for you. So the company 5 Minutes a Day planner contacted me and asked if I could review a couple of their items. I was instantly excited about the gratitude journal because, as you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I am huge on gratitude journals, and so I was very excited to try this. I also wanted to try the Undated weekly planner as well, because I think that this would be a good option for those people that are looking for a little bit more of a minimalistic approach to things. So I'm going to divide this video up into two just because I don't want it to take too long. So I'm going to do one now, and then I'll post the companion video in a couple of days as well. I think I'm going to go over the weekly planner first. So they gave me the option of the covers, and I'll go ahead and try and put one of those little screen inserts for all of the cover options that they have. They have gorgeous covers. This one is called Sea Wave, and this is an A5 size planner, and it weighs about 12.5 ounces. So it's a really lightweight planner for those of you that are just needing a quick task list for each day and something that can easily be carried around. This is a very compact size. It is a hard cover. It does say vegan leather on the website. These are purchased through Amazon. It does have a little bit more of a plasticky feel to it, and it's got like a little bit of a bend in the cover. So it's kind of a mix of a hard cover and a soft cover, and I'll kind of show you what I mean, because this one is what I would consider as a true hardcover. It does not have a lot of give into it, and it's got that knock. Whereas this one still has the knock, but it's just a little bit more flexible. So before we get into the interior contents of it, I did want to let you know, again, it is available on Amazon, so you're going to have extremely quick shipping. The price of this planner is $16.99, and you get an entire year's worth of planning for that price, which is an excellent price. It has your monthly calendar, your weekly overview, and your goals included as well. So there is some gold embossing. This is the company 5 Minutes a Day planner. And you do have a ribbon closure. This little rivet here is for the elastic pen loop. So I'll open that up and show everybody that. So you don't have it on this side, you just have it on the outside. And then there is a really big extended pocket. I've done a lot of planner reviews, and I love the companies that use this material on the sides of their pocket because it's a lot sturdier than just your traditional paper. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the contents of the planner. So this is an undated planner. However, it's titled a 2023 undated planner because it does come with a 2023 calendar. And this is an insert that you can choose to not use, or you can choose to keep in this. It's got all of your months for 2023. It will also be extremely handy when you date your monthly view. It also has the common holidays in the US on the back as well. You also get an overview of 2024 with the same holidays. Now this planner does come with a couple of stickers. You have some holiday stickers here, and these are paper stickers, and so they are not transparent, and they're like a matte finish, so they're not like glossy either. And then you have a functional sheet of stickers as well, and that comes with the planner in that $16.99 price. Now, when you open up your planner, you do have your first page, which has I always call it a title page. It's your company, and then it's your information here. The next page you're going to come over to are your values and kind of like the beginning of some goal setting. And so this is where you can kind of do a little bit of deep dive and some journaling into what your affirmations are, things that you need, actions that you want to take, and just like a lot of gratitude and mindfulness here. You have a couple of other prompted questions here, and then you have space for a vision board. Now this paper is a white paper, and it is 120 GSM, so it is a really thick paper, which is kind of nice. And it is a lay flat binding as well. So you can see that I've got it opened, and I do not need to keep my hands on it for it to lay flat. It just does it on its own, which if anybody's been following me for a while, they kind of know that that's a deal breaker for me if a planner does not lay flat. So I love that it does lay flat. All right, and then you're gonna come into goal setting. So you have 5 areas here to break down some goals. You have your strategy page on from these goals, how are you going to break those down and actually achieve those goals? And then you have your first undated monthly view. Now, one thing to note is this monthly view is a Sunday start. A lot of planners have Sunday starts, but this one is a little bit unique in the fact that the week is also a Sunday start. And so I just want everybody to be aware of that, because a lot of times planners have Sunday start here and a Monday start here. And I do know several people who actually do not like that. They like their month view to be the same start as your week view. So if you love a Sunday start, then you're gonna love this weekly view of a Sunday start as well. So you do have your calendar up here, you have a space for notes, and then you have a space at the bottom for your goals, what your wins are, and how you're going to improve the next month. And this does have a reward area for your goal achieved. So because this is undated, you can truly start at any time. And so if you are an academic planner who really likes to start in the summer because you have kids that are school age, some schools start in September, some schools start in August. And so this is a good option for those that have the untraditional start times, that want a whole year in one planner. So this would be really great for those people that need that as well. And then straight from here, you go into your weekly view. I really like the simplicity of this weekly view. So again, it does start on a Sunday. You have 3 categories. You have today's goal, today's schedule, and today's priorities. If you had to have any flow over that 5 priorities is not enough, you do have an extra space down here that you can use as well. And these columns are pretty large, and so if you write small, you can definitely stack on top of that as well. Let's see if I can do some measurements for you guys. I'm actually going to back up to this here. So I'm going to do centimeters. So you have your monthly blocks are going to be 3 centimeters across and about 2¼ centimeters high. Now your grid here, or your line height here, is probably about 7 millimeters. So those people that use the graph and the grid or the dot grid, you can associate that as well. So this is a 7 millimeter height here. And so if you write small, you'll have plenty of room to kind of stack all of that stuff in there. But if you also don't have a really super duper busy task list and you just need a place to jot down your priorities for the day, this is an excellent option as well. So you have Sunday through Wednesday here, Thursday through Saturday here. You have a weekly goal, a reward if achieved, and then a week's work. So this can also be an overflow task list area. Now, because it is an undated, you're gonna have 5 weeks in between each month. And so your monthly calendars are spread throughout the planner instead of all of your months being at the front and all of your weeks being in the back. And so you will just kind of flip through the whole calendar and it's going to be the exact same for all 12 months. I am going to skip a little bit. And this is going to be your last week, and then you come up on some dot grid pages. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8. So you have 9 dot grid pages in the back. And then of course you have that folder. You do have 1 ribbon bookmark that you could use. And so there are not 2. You cannot have 1 on your monthly and 1 on your weekly. You'll just have 1 on your weekly. There is also space, so there is a little bit of an overhang here. So if you had to add some monthly tabs or sticky notes or even some washi to separate out the months, you could absolutely do so as well. There is an elastic closure and an elastic pen loop. And I grabbed one of my favorite pens, the Zebra Sarasa Grand. And this is what it is going to look like with a pen inside of it. All right, and that is going to be your planner. So you do have your monthly view, your weekly view, you have some goal setting included in it. You have the weekly reminders for your goals as well as the monthly reminders for your goals, and you have several note pages in the back for the dot grid. Let me actually check the dot grid because it looks a bit smaller. The dot grid looks like it's a 5mm dot grid. And so your dot grid is just a touch smaller than the height of these lines here in your weekly view. And I'm going to go ahead and grab some pens. I think I'm going to do a pen test. All right, so these are the pens that I'm going to use, and I'll go ahead and write out what the pen is. I'm using all different size of nibs as well, everything from a 0.38 to the Micron 08 is a 0.5. I also have some 0.7s in here. I've got gels, I've got ballpoints, so I've got a pretty decent variety. So let's go ahead and start with this one here. So this is going to be the Pilot. Oh, that one did not do well. So I suspect it is a gel. Let me just write that down. It is a gel, and it's a really, really thick nib. So a lot of times when you get those 05s and 07s, you are definitely going to have a longer wait time for your ink. What do we do next? I'm trying to do like the thickest ones first. That one didn't do too bad, and it's interesting because this one looks way thicker than that one. I wonder if this is an 05. I don't know. I might be wrong on that one. This one is the Uni 1. Let me see, it's a 0.38. So anytime you get these smaller nibs, the smearing is going to be a lot less. Because it's less ink on the page, and it's going to be a quicker dry time. Oh, that one did great. All right, this one's the try. Oh, I think that one is actually, it's pretty similar. I always get a lot of questions about the difference between the dry and the mark-on. So all of these that I'm doing right now are gel, and these coming up are going to be ballpoints. Oops, 0.38. Definitely no smear on those. And as any ballpoint pen, the jet streams, the ones that come with the Hobonichi, those are definitely my favorite because they're not skippy at all. So some of them did smear a little bit. Again, I don't think that it's the paper. I think it's just extremely thick ink. And here is what the back of the paper looks like. So no ghosting, really no shadowing, and definitely no bleed through. Let me try a couple of highlighters. I don't have a lot of options. I've got the Tombos, lavender and gray, because that's just kind of like my thing. So those two are the Tombos. And then I've got some mild liners. I say some and I pull out a whole bag. Let me try and choose like the darkest ones. And then we'll look on the opposite side of the page. I feel like a lot of people use like blues and stuff too. Let's do a couple of those. And then I do have some of the Ritex. I have some of their brush pens and their clicky highlighters. So these are the Ritex down here. Okay, now let's look and see what our paper looks like. Those hold up beautifully as well. Just a very barely, maybe faint ghosting. Like I can see it. I don't know if it comes out on the camera very well, but it is like this summer green of the mild liner is like maybe there. But the paper is actually handling very, very well. So for a $16.99 planner, this is a really great value for people that need a small to-do list for each day, a monthly calendar with some goal setting spread throughout the entire thing. So I really like the value of this planner, and I appreciate the team over at 5 Minutes a Day Planner for sending this to me. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. I will go ahead and also add in a link. It is a not affiliated link. It's just a link for you guys to use if you choose to purchase it. I appreciate it. For $16.99, you get all of that. You get 2 sticker sheets, and then you get the 2 calendars as well. So I'll go ahead and leave a link from Amazon down below. It is not affiliated, so I don't get any kickback or anything for it. But if you have any questions, feel free to shout them down below. I will try to do my best to answer them. And I'll put some pictures over on Instagram as well. If you wanted to see those, make sure you're following me over there as well. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a fabulous day.